Hey there, Verano traders and investors. It's Rod with Power Group. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth. Today's Wednesday, August 24th. Hope you had a great day today. And in this short video, going to be discussing the stock Verano Holdings, ticker symbol VRNO on the CSE. Going to give some price targets. Going to go over my thoughts and opinions on the chart. We'll do some technical analysis. I do think that we could be trending higher up to around the 200-day moving average as a resistance test. Before we get to it though, make sure to smash the like, help support me in the channel. Doesn't cost you anything. If you're new, you can subscribe and tick the bell. You'll be notified on any future videos when I post them or when I go live. Looking at the weekly time frame here, you can see that we're still in a weekly downtrend. Anything under $8.99 is just a weekly lower high, and that is the resistance level to be watching going forward, because you can see here we've been in a downtrend for many months, and we tried to change the weekly trend here with the low high, higher low. We were scouting that higher low, and we were trying to get the higher high, but we never got it. That was the difference here. And one thing to be watching as a brick wall is EMA 26, this white solid line. So we're going to be watching that as strong resistance as well. We haven't closed above it in its existence, and that would be a huge momentum shift for the VRNO stock chart, and we would see a lot more bullish upside, in my opinion, if we do manage to close a weekly candle above that. First and foremost, we'll start off with resistance number one. Key resistance number one is going to be $8.99, and then, like I said, that EMA 26 there at $9.78. So if we can close the weekly candle above $8.99, that's going to be very bullish, and then extremely bullish if we get over that EMA 26 there at $9.78. But I do think we could be targeting the 200-day moving average. A lot of our names are heading back up to test those, and it's been about a year since we've been back to those, and we usually ebb and flow, right? We usually gravitate back towards them. We get extended to the upside, we come back down, test it as support. When we lose it, we get extended to the downside, and we come back and we test it as resistance. So I do think that we could be targeting that 200-day moving average, and that also lines up well with the 50 weekly moving average there at around $12.13. So I do think that $12 could be coming very soon, and we're getting above the 10-week moving average here as well. So to remain bullish, I do want to see a weekly candle close over $7.88. That's what I want to see this week as step number one. Step number two would be to get above that resistance there at $8.99, and step three, get above EMA 26 at $9.78. And then, like I said, if we can do all of those, we're likely targeting the $12 area, but I do think that it's baked in at the moment on the VRNO chart. But we are still bearish. It's easy to get excited when we have, a 10% green day. We're now up about 40% off the low. If we take a look at the recent low here, we're up about 38%. And again, we still have a lot of work to do. We still have the potential for safe banking. That could obviously be a catalyst that propels us a lot higher than we are, maybe even 200, 300% higher, in my opinion, just on that hype alone. But we got to remember, we still have a lot of work to do. We still got to confirm a weekly uptrend with the low, high, higher low, and higher high. So when we do top out on this bounce, when we do set our high, we'll look for consolidation. Consolidation just means we're losing the low of the previous candle. So like we were doing here, we were consolidating, we were dropping, losing the low. And here we are bouncing, breaking the highs of the previous candles. Then we are back into weekly consolidation, losing the lows. Here we are starting the bounce with 2 weeks in a row. We had the weekly inside bar. Even if you entered on that multiple weekly inside bar bull break, that would have been a great trade as well. Even just a swing trade, it would have made about 16, 17% on that move. But it's a decent bounce that we've seen off the lows, so congrats to the bulls. But again, it still is a short trader's paradise at the moment, right? Because we've just seen weekly consolidation, we've seen lower highs and lower lows. We're still in a weekly downtrend, we're still in a monthly downtrend. We still have a lot of work to do. So we still have to zoom out and realize that the weekly trend, while we're in a daily uptrend, that's great and all. We've been in daily uptrends before, and we just see weekly lower lows, right? We could still see, on that note, we could still see an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross here on the daily time frame, which means more upside. And again, we have no resistance even on the daily until $8.99. But in terms of daily support, we have none nearby until $6.97. So as long as that support holds, the daily uptrend remains intact. But if we do lose that, then we're likely going to anticipate weekly consolidation to begin at some point soon. But like I said, once we do top out, we're just going to be looking for the weekly trend change. We'll top out, set a high, low, high, higher low, and then we need the higher high to be in a weekly uptrend. If we can confirm a weekly uptrend, then that's likely going to indicate that the monthly bounce is underway. We're very close. We're only about, if we just take a look at the measured move here from current prices, we're only about 6.5% away from starting the monthly bounce. So it's entirely possible that we do it this week, but We do know that the S&P 500 has been a little bit weak as well, trying to find a local bottom here after a pretty big move while it was looking for a weekly higher low. But this was to be expected, and like I said, it's showing some promise. Want to see a weekly candle close this week over $7.88 at a bare minimum, and then $8.99 resistance. And then, like I said, we'll be watching for EMA 26, that solid white line there at $9.78. But I do think that we could see $12 very soon over the next couple of months. I do think leading into the fall, into the midterm elections, we're going to have some solid green months ahead, and I think we could see some explosive fireworks into the months of October and November. November 8th is the midterm elections. If you haven't seen the video, my interview with Morgan Fox, political director at Normal, they're a nonprofit that lobbies the U.S. government with regards to USMJ. If you haven't seen that, I highly encourage you to check that out. But going to end it there, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below, and we'll continue the conversation there. I always love hearing from you. Even if we have difference of opinions, we can all still be friends. So let me know if you agree with me, disagree with me. That's just what I think, but let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Going to end it there. It's Rod with Power Group. Thanks again for joining us on The Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, and interviews. Have a great night. We'll see you on the next video.